Hey Capricorn, Mel, intuitive coach here, excited to bring in your bonus eclipse reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Capricorn, what is this eclipse season bringing in for you? Now, March is a bit of a wild one. We have a lot going on in the cosmos. We have the kickoff of Aries season, which ushers in the astrological New Year's. We have two planets, Venus and Mercury, going retrograde. We have the equinox, the spring equinox here in the northern hemisphere, the autumn equinox in the southern, and then of course we have the first eclipse of 2025. So this is a very big month. It's very busy as well, but it's also a time of reflection. We have the full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo on the 14th of March. So Capricorn, that is a time of cleansing and really releasing any outdated habits, patterns, or beliefs around perfectionism and even control. And then the new moon solar eclipse is in the sign of Aries on the 29th. So the gateway is the 14th through the 29th. And on that date, it's a new moon, right? It brings in a new beginning where there are themes around independence, courage, and even personal power. So let's see how this is affecting you. Well, Capricorn, here's the Aries energy coming in. Work through your feelings because March can bring a lot of emotional turmoil at times, some very highs of highs and some lows of lows. So you may feel a lot this month, but I also feel like you are working through those emotions and you're really asking yourself, what brings me happiness? You are re-examining your relationships, your partnerships with others and with yourself. You're also looking at activities and experiences that you would like to partake in. You're looking at your health this month and really reflecting on areas that feel out of alignment and maybe even feel a bit restless in, or you may feel dissatisfied in. This is a month to bring all of that to the surface. And this eclipse gateway is all about releasing energies that no longer serve you so you can realign to your highest timeline. Now you have Aries, Cancer, Taurus, and Sagittarius out here. Now you may have those placements in your chart, specifically your top three. You may be dealing with others who have those placements in their chart, or you are just embodying the overall energy. Now, Aries reminds you to work through your emotions, and I'm also getting, listening to understand. It's so important that you pause and reflect before communicating. Now, Mercury going retrograde mid-month can cause a little bit of a stir up when it comes to how we communicate with others, how we perceive communication as well. So that can bring about some emotions that tip the scales in a way. So just be mindful of how you are receiving information or how you are delivering it. You have this Cancerian energy, which a lot of signs have been getting this, and it says relax. Because things are changing so rapidly and there's a lot going on, we have some intense energy in the month of March that certainly can feel like a lot. You are being guided to maybe reflect and pull back on your energy, maybe even disconnect from certain people or certain engagements online. Maybe you're disconnecting from social media, or you may not be participating in certain events where there's a lot of drama. I feel like you want to keep the peace here, and you may be called to just spend some time, in your home, maybe even reorganizing, recluttering, and detoxing. And I feel like some of you are doing a food inventory. It feels like you could be taking inventory of what you eat. You may even be cleaning out your refrigerator. And I mean, pulling everything out and scrubbing the drawers and scrubbing, the bars in the refrigerator and just doing a bit of a clean sweep, if you will. But I also feel like you're going to find some downtime for yourself. You're going to find some time to maybe pick up that book that you've been wanting to read, or to soak in a nice long hot bath, or maybe just to give yourself a bit of a time out in your vehicle before you enter into, a meeting, or before you go to work, or before you meet with, certain individuals. I feel like you are pausing, you are reflecting, and kind of relaxing your energy so you can differentiate this month what is yours versus what is maybe someone else's. So you are staying in a level of discernment. I feel like you are staying in touch with, your feelings in order for you to fully work through them, Capricorn. And then we have Taurus coming in, reminding you to release control. And as I mentioned, with that full moon eclipse in the sign of Virgo, that can be, themes around control. And Aries energy can bring in themes around control as well. And so we have a lot of that taking place. And I feel like you are releasing what's out of your control, and you're not consuming your energy towards something that, you can't change anyway. So therefore, you are calling in your power again. You're taking back your power by not giving it away to things that they don't even care about you, or they don't think about you, right? Something over here, you may be feeding it, but it feels like you're not participating in anything that is contributing to a lower vibrational frequency, whether it's contributing to that stockpile of fear or drama, or, jealousy or control or greed. It just feels like you're saying, I don't want to partake in that. I don't want to feel like I am being controlled. If anything, I am in control of my own emotions, my own thoughts, my own responses. So I like your energy this month, Capricorn. I feel like you are seeing the bigger picture. This is Sag coming in here. So you are seeing the bigger picture. And by doing so, you're able to rise above the fray. You're able to rise above duality. And this is also going to help you find solutions. You may be taking a look at some of your short-term and long-term goals. And when you have the archer here, you see that the arrow, he's shooting for the stars. So I feel like you are expanding your thinking, expanding your consciousness this month. And you may even be stepping outside of a comfort zone. And by the time that new moon in Aries shows up, you're really stepping into your own independence. You are reclaiming your personal power. And I feel like you're ready to take a risk. You're ready to embrace your truth. And I feel like you're hitting your target here. But it may be, a bit of a pullback, just like the archer. Right before it gets ready to launch the arrow, it has to pull back. And that's what March is all about, is, reflecting, pulling back here in order to prepare you to launch forward. So let's dive in here, Capricorn. What is being illuminated? What truth is being revealed? You have the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is Aries energy. So this is about control. It's about your stability and also efficiency. So are you utilizing your time efficiently, your resources? Are you surrounding yourself with people, places, and things that are conducive to your growth, to, your path ahead, where you want to be? Or are there people, places, or things that may be holding you back in some way? And I feel here, you are taking charge of a situation. And I feel around that Aries new moon, there is something big and bold that is being illuminated here. And I feel like it helps you find more stability in your world. Now, some of you, this may have to do with someone who is very controlling, and you may be realizing that either this is someone or it was something that was trying to control you, meaning you have focused a lot of your energy and attention listening to this person or this company or this organization or this news outlet. It feels like there's been a lot of time that, you have spent focusing on that. Maybe you were unaware that that was influencing you in some way, and you may have, a major truth revealed, and you're again reclaiming your own power. I love this for you this month. This is about you being independent and taking charge, because you have some plans. You have some plans ahead, and I feel like this is you, moving forward, taking the lead. And you may be a boss for some of you. You could be bossing up in your career, taking it to the next level, maybe even crashing through the glass ceiling in some way. This could be some of your own hidden talents or skills that are being illuminated. And some of those skills are you, being maybe a natural leader in some way. This could also be, entrepreneurship. It can be you taking care of things that may have been put on hold. This eclipse season is illuminating aspects of your life that could use more stability, but also maybe some structure or some new discipline, all right, in order for you to reach those long-term goals. But also there's a message around having fun, because oftentimes the emperor, he can be very serious. So for those of you that feel like you haven't had fun in a while, that could be a truth that is bubbling up within you, to not take life, so seriously. Yes, there's time for routine. Yes, there's time for structure and discipline, but also it's about that balance. And actually, I see the balance here with Libran's energy right below you, right below Sagittarian energy here. So it says find a balance. And you're going to see that balance kicking off in many different ways, playing out in many ways for you in the month of March. So what needs to be released? Are there any outdated beliefs, patterns, or habits? We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So what you are releasing here is maybe a feeling of being cut off. All right, maybe a feeling of being cut off or cutting other people off. Some of you, it could have even been, an experience that you felt very disconnected from. You may have lost some friends or, family members, or it may have felt like you didn't have the information that you needed, and you just felt like you were not connected emotionally to an experience or to a tribe or to a person or even to your own self. This could be a cut off from your own intuitive awareness. But what I see you doing is you're reframing things through the brilliance of the Queen of Swords. When she is in her upright, she's very intellectual. She's very assertive. Now, some of you are releasing an energy of being a bit wishy-washy, because the downside of the Queen of Swords can be, for one, a belief that she's very stuck in believing a certain way of doing things or seeing things from a certain perspective. But it can also be wavering, kind of going back and forth here. And sometimes she can be a bit judgmental. So you may be releasing judgments on others, but you are someone who is very, very brilliant, Capricorn. You are self-reliant. I feel like you are insightful, and you're going to benefit from the experiences that you've gone through. But I feel like you are learning from those experiences. You don't have to repeat them. And that's what you are releasing. Being in that environment or that energy entirely and saying, I've learned the lesson in it. Now I can go ahead and do something differently. So you're using your brilliant mind to build, right? After something may have felt like it was destroyed in some way. A time for maybe career for some of you. Some of you may be focusing on a career at this time if there's been a lot of focus on another area, because again, balance. So whatever area you have been neglecting and you've been putting something full force into it, I feel like you're going to see some of the fruits of the labor, but at the same time, you are being called to address some other areas that may have been, lacking, or it may have went cold, right? May have went cold, or you've put on the back burner. So I feel like you're reprioritizing here, and you know exactly what to do. So I see the biggest thing you releasing is indecisiveness, wishy-washy energy, or just feeling like at times maybe you've been manipulated, or there's been a very bossy energy coming in. You're letting that go. And this could even be parental. Some of you, this has to do with a father, okay, a father wound, or again, a boss. This can be a governing agency or an organization. You may have been dealing with a Queen of Swords. This may be someone other than yourself that was very, maybe ruthless. Perhaps they didn't see the humor. Maybe they were not using their mind to benefit the higher good. They were using their mind to kind of selfishly is what I'm getting here. Yeah, someone that you were dealing with was selfish, and I feel like you're releasing that energy. All right. Where are you being called to find balance? What area is out of alignment? The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles can be inexperience. It may be feeling uninspired, and it's also about time management. And because I was getting that earlier, there may be a message in how you spend your time or how you devote your energy. Are you spending too much time scrolling on social media when, you're really wanting to write a book? Or are you spending too much time binging, a reality show on Netflix when you could be, learning about a new craft here, or exercising, or taking care of your health? So I feel like you're finding balance between the body and the mind, which has been a common theme I've been seeing here when it comes to what's out of alignment. Now it says, take great pride in your excellent work. For some of you, you've been overdoing it here with this Eight of Pentacles. You've been driving yourself too hard, and maybe time management has become overwhelming because some of you are saying, Mel, I don't have enough time in the day to get everything done. And Capricorn, you are one of the biggest go-getters, right? I feel like every Capricorn I've ever met is definitely a go-getter, and they have a million things jammed into their schedule. But I actually feel like you have the ability to relax a bit this month. You have the ability to maybe heal, take some time for yourself. And yeah, that's why you have that Cancerian energy reminding you to relax. Even if you are in training, or if you are learning something new, this can be pursuit of education. This may even be, practicing, practice. And some of you could be, practicing how to be better with your time, or you may be practicing, how to release control, or, look for patterns that may be contributing to anything that's limiting you. So I feel like you are on top of your game here in the month of March. I feel like you're working through some of the feelings around, restlessness. Even if you feel quite restless in some way, which is, it's a normal energy that we're going to feel in the month of March. But sometimes you may shut down, or if it feels like it's overwhelming, sometimes you just want to shut down. That can be that Queen of Swords in reverse. And I feel like you're responding to anxiety or time crunching in a different way. All right. So what karmic cycle is closing out? What past lesson is completing for you? Ace of Pentacles. Missed opportunities. All right. It feels like, you feel like you've missed out on opportunities here for love, for career, for health. But it's not a missed opportunity when you embrace or catch the next one, right? It's like trains going by in a train station. There's always going to be another train to catch. And just because you may have missed that, original train, doesn't mean that, you're never going to have another opportunity here. And for some of you, it may look differently than the first time around, but it says there are new resources of money, time, and support available. So I feel like you're letting go of what you thought something was going to look like, right? That original train, if you will. And maybe you had a plan. Maybe you had a plan and you had it all timed out and things were rolling ahead, and then, you missed it for whatever reason. So some of you, because I'm getting a missed opportunity, there could be some delays, right? There could be some miscommunication issues. I mean, that is very typical during retrograde season, but I feel like there's a lesson around maybe patience, and there's a lesson around material desires and spiritual mental well-being, like how to align those two. When you can stay calm in here, you realize that things out here are more calm. When you're able to, embrace change in here, it allows flow, external change, to come in with more peace, or maybe more opportunities. And I do feel like there is a new cycle coming in that is going to be different than what you had expected, but better than what you had expected. So for example, if you thought that, you wanted to go for that job and you got denied or you got rejected, and it really closed you down, where you had a belief like, well, maybe I'm just meant to stay in this job. I didn't get the one that I thought I was going to get. I really wanted to move forward with that, but it was a missed opportunity. And now I'm just going to, stay. I feel like you are shifting that mindset and you're saying, wait a second. Maybe that runaway train wasn't meant for me. Maybe spirit, the universe, the divine has a better plan than maybe I saw for myself. And now I am aware of this. Now I am letting go of that original runaway train. And now you are moving forward. And as soon as you let go, Capricorn, as soon as you let go of some sort of expectation that you may have had, or some sort of, belief that you may have had, that is the second that you have like 3 trains rolling in and you get to take your pick here. It says a change in job or a promotion, new resources. It is your lucky day. So let's dig into that. What is this new cycle? You have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is trusting in your intuitive wisdom. This is about you not second guessing your abilities, your ability to manifest the life that you want here on earth, because you're being divinely guided. You're listening to your inner compass. This is about powerful psychic insights. A lot of you, this new cycle that you're entering into has to do with your spiritual gifts and abilities being highlighted here. You are called to, explore and embrace these gifts, maybe even, use them in some way to benefit you. It could be financially. Maybe this is part of your spiritual work where you could be compensated. For others of you, this is you going within and receiving valuable information that's going to help you be more at peace. The High Priestess is this new energy is beautiful because she is full of spiritual insight. Yes, she can be a bit, mysterious, but it's because she goes within. She doesn't need external validation to tell her that she's on the right path. She trusts that she's on the right path because she listens. Her crown chakra is wide open. So a lot of you, if you've been having issues with connecting to the divine, if you have had troubles with the crown chakra, maybe sleep, maybe some of you brain fog, or if you felt off balance here, or maybe your circadian rhythm was affected in some way, I feel like this new cycle is bringing in more rest, more peace, and more relaxation. So I like this for you. Capricorn, what guidance does the universe have for you? What final spirit messages are here? Well, there's the Ace of Wands. So there is your other train, because remember, aces are gifts. And just because there was a missed opportunity here in the past doesn't mean that there's another, that you'll never see another opportunity again, because there it is. The Ace of Wands, it says a gift of passion, an opportunity, an inspiration, the chance to do something amazing. So what you are seeing during this eclipse gateway, you're actually seeing why something may not have worked out originally the way that it was, hopefully intended to. You're now seeing the silver lining. You're able to see that, in fact, there's something better up ahead here for you. And this is a fiery energy. And that new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Aries on the 29th brings in a fiery new beginning. So this is you exploring your own personal power and independence. This is about you taking a risk and embracing your passions. This is a sense of wonder. I feel like you're letting your imagination run wild in a way, not in a way that is, running towards fear, running towards insecurities, but I keep getting like runaway train for some of you. So I'm not sure. Hopefully that's more, maybe it's symbolic. I mean, maybe there's something with a runaway train, but I just feel if there is an opportunity where you miss out this month, or it feels like there's been a delay, you're going to catch the next one, and it's going to take you to someplace better than you were originally going to go. So trust in the process, trust in the divine plan. And then lastly here, Capricorn, you have the apple tree. A lot of signs have been getting this apple tree. It speaks of giving, loving, and positivity. It says seek a balance of energy. So there's that Libran energy here of balance. Some of you may have some strong Libran placements, but also that Aries eclipse is part of the Aries Libra axis that originated back in, I think, September, October of 2023. And this is the final in that 3-part series. So for some of you, this goes back a few years and you're closing out or completing a cycle that had maybe originated at that time. You have the moon tree. The moon tree is about intention, just like that archer that we've seen on the Sag card. See the big picture. This is about setting your intentions. I feel like you're going to hit the mark. This is you getting ready to launch that arrow. It's spirituality, it's energy, it's intuition. This is the time to manifest. Now, because you have the moon here, moons can be illusions, right? Moons can certainly bring in energies that aren't as they appear, but I have a feeling because you have the high priestess here as part of your new energy that's entering in, you are going to see through any facades, any illusions, any misconceptions. You see right through it. And I feel like by being able to see through it, you're able to manifest, another outcome or a different outcome. And then lastly, you have the kapok, I think it's the kapok tree. This is about the unknown. It's the universe. It's very free-spirited. It says, let your mind, body, and spirit wander. And you see the beautiful parrot on her arm or on her limb. And parrots reflect back to us. When you talk to the parrot, right, it'll repeat back what you say. So being mindful of the energies that you are putting out there, because this is a rapid time for you to manifest. And you may see almost instantly how your thoughts, how your words, how your actions really show something back to you here. Okay, or you're going to see it coming back in return quite quickly. So be careful of what you are putting out there and be mindful of your intentions. And if there are any miscommunication issues, I do feel like there will be another opportunity to clear the way, clear them up here. So Capricorn, I think that March and this eclipse gateway is really helping you out in some big ways in order for you to find more stability within your own life. But of course, trust your intuition. When you have the Emperor and the High Priestess, this is the balance between the physical and the spiritual realm that we talked about earlier on in your reading. All right, Capricorn, if you like the message, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And if you haven't yet jumped on the Soul Saturday session train, then you may want to do so. It's where I show up face to face. I deliver channeled messages, global predictions, and also answer your questions. So I will link that playlist in the description box below, but I'll also add it to the end of this video. So thank you again for being here and tuning in, Capricorn. Lots of love.